Welcome to Ladies Kicking Ass, the no BS podcast for fierce, unstoppable women in the service industry. We're here to talk bold moves, big wins, and real talk on what it takes to build a life and a business you love. Let's get fired up. Hey badasses, welcome back to the podcast today. Today I'm a little bit fired up, and so we're just going to dive right into it. I think a lot of us are playing way smaller than we have the capability of playing at. And what do I mean by that? I mean that I know that you have really big goals that you want to achieve and kick-ass things that you want to do. And you really want to be that person that is the generational shift in your family. And you're willing to put in what it takes to do it. But maybe you don't have the best support system around you. Maybe those 5 people that they say that you are a product of when you spend the most time with them needs a little reevaluation. Now, it doesn't always have to be just the people around you. It can be lots of different things. And that's what we're going to dive into today on the podcast. This one's going to be a little spunky. This one's going to be super emotional and heartfelt because I'm really evaluating in my life what those 5 people, books, podcasts, things that I consume really contribute to my growth and me reaching the potential that I believe that I can be at. Because I will tell you that I know that I have consciously played a little bit smaller than I know I am capable of doing. Now, that can be from waiting 151 episodes to bring an episode like this to you. That can be delaying getting up on the stage speaking, even though I know that's what I want to do and serve people with. That can be choosing not to write the book that I know can help so many women because I don't feel like I have the right support around me. But this is something that I have worked so hard on in the last couple of years. And I want to share with you my experience and what I've done and what I'm still continuing to do to break out of these patterns. Because anybody that's listening to this podcast is a pretty bold babe. Somebody that really, really wants to make and do great things in the world. And sometimes we feel stuck. And it's not a place of I'm not doing anything because most of us, let's face it, are pretty high achievers and we're already doing more than most. I don't want to say better than most, but we're doing more than most. And sometimes you can get stuck in a very comfortable position there because from the outside, it looks like we're kicking ass. We're doing great. But internally, we know that we could be doing so much more. And I don't mean to say just more tasks, but more real work with our time than maybe running to Trader Joe's to pick up water for the office again. You could actually have someone on your team do that. This is what I'm talking about, getting really specific with where your zone of genius is and really living in that and even surprising yourself by how much better you can get in those areas. I know that self-doubt creeps in on us, and sometimes we think, oh, well, I'm a little full of myself if I feel like I can do that. I want you to change the way that feels when you say that to yourself. That's a negative thing. What you want to really lean into is, damn, I have some serious self-confidence, and I want to see what comes of that. It is okay to want more for yourself. Now, I come from a family where my parents absolutely love to say, must be nice. Must be nice to have what they have. And it was always the envy or just kind of snide remarks. And I really have tried to embrace the opposite of that and really be able to say, it is nice what we have and be proud of what we're working for. Instead of wishing for something, I've worked really hard and worked for the things that I wanted to have in my life. And I know that you can do the same. And I think we can really all rally together in Badass Inner Circle to really help each other to be able to grow to that new level that we want to finish 2025 at. I know a lot of you have amazing vision boards for the year. You graciously share those with me inside of Instagram. I see them posted on Facebook, and I love what everyone is working to accomplish. But what if we just leaned into it a little bit more? What if we really, really got granular on the people that we know support us the most, and we spend more intentional time with them? Then what happens? Y'all know from previous episodes that I have a business bestie, Nicole, and she is one of my number one cheerleaders. We're actually pretty new friends within the last couple of years. But it doesn't matter what's going on with work things that I have in my business or even personal things that we've grown into. She's always sending a rah-rah cheer to me. I had a speaking engagement today with the Titan 100 community, and she reached out to me first thing this morning. You're going to kill this, with a beautiful voice memo. It is people like that that you want to surround yourself with. In my ultra group through Growth Day, there are amazing, amazing individuals in our little mastermind group that we have, that we continuously cheer each other on and support each other's business and personal ventures. It's so cool to have friends with growth mindsets. But I know on the opposite of that too, you may have family members or people really close to you that challenge you when you want to soar. Not that this is meant to be a mean thing, but there are definitely anchors in your life. And those anchors don't necessarily want bad things for you, and they don't want to not see you succeed at your goals, but they're scared. They want to keep you safe. And so they challenge those big, audacious goals that you have because they want you to stay you. It is more comfortable for them in the place in life that they're at for you to stay the person that they love and adore so much. Because as we grow and as we change, our relationships have to change. You know, it's the old adage of like when a alcoholic or an addict gets clean, they can't have the same friend group. And I know that sounds extreme, but it really is the same kind of theology here because it's all a mindset. The mindset of the alcohol and the partying is very much the same as let's just chill all weekend instead of actually work towards our goals. Now, I'm not saying that there isn't room to relax and that there isn't room for these people in your life, but what we really need to do is make sure that we're filtering how much time we spend with the ones that are cheering us on and encouraging us to do big, awesome things, and really limiting some of the time that we're spending with these people that want us to remain the same so that it stays comfortable for them. I want to read a couple of little things here of notes that I made for you to kind of check yourself in thinking, am I really soaring? Like, do I have the ability to soar? Do I have the circle around me to soar? Or am I kind of anchored? Because I definitely know as women, I do this myself. Oftentimes, we're really good at being people pleasers. We're really good at also just making exceptions for people's behavior that really shouldn't be accepted. So I really want you to think about this when I read these and think, where do I fall into more? And it doesn't have to be all, but which one sounds more like my circle of influence right now? These are some signs that you're anchored. Your conversations stay very surface level. If you start going deep into a conversation, you can just see that person check out. Your success is downplayed or it's rarely celebrated. If you surround yourself with people that have a hard time celebrating any success that you have and are often intimidated by it, that's a sign of being anchored. Another sign of being anchored is that the risks that you want to take to grow and improve in your life or maybe invest in business opportunities are treated like you are being reckless, and they oftentimes will verbalize that to you. Now, I know they're trying to keep you safe, but that isn't going to be a place where you can grow and where you can soar. Now, on the contrary, here are some signs that you may be soaring. Growth is normalized and it's celebrated. people actually start noticing like, wow, you handled that really well. Or wow, I've noticed, you carry yourself with a new level of confidence. It's really awesome. Maybe you have people that give you compliments like, you seem to be glowing, or you have a really great vibe right now. Those are really great indicators that you're surrounding yourself with people that are helping you soar. Big moves are celebrated. And I want to throw a little extra one in there. Even little moves are celebrated. Did you almost make that sales goal? Like just barely off? You know what? We're still going to give you a high five and celebrate you. If you crush that sales goal, we're really going to celebrate you. Like we're going out and we're going to celebrate. And those people are not intimidated by your successes. They don't want to minimize your success to make themselves feel better. They're actually really authentically proud of you for kicking ass. And the last one is challenges are seen as part of the climb and they want to join in with you. A lot of times you can come together with a big goal that you have and find others that have that same goal. And when you have that and you're pushing each other, the growth happens together. And it's really amazing when you can see that happen inside of friendships and relationships. I really want to emphasize that when we say we're good, well, it's good enough. I guess it's okay. I mean, it's better than what I had before. I mean, it's a little bit, we got to stop that shit. We got to cut all that out. And we really need to sit alone in some silence. And we really need to journal on the things that we truly want in our lives. I know I shared with you in a few episodes back on how I had a massive breakthrough when I went to Growth Day in Austin. And what that opened up for me was that I don't need to continue to keep trying to get the next achievement. I've been doing that my entire life. And every time I get one, I still feel hollow. And I really needed to work into that. But it was mentioned during the conference that when achievement isn't what is giving you fulfillment, you really need to step back and reassess whether you are aligning your life to those achievements or if you're aligning your life to values that mean something to you. Now, achievement isn't everything in life, and I'm not using this platform today or this conversation to say that you only have achievements in your professional life, because there are a lot of achievements that we want to have with good circles of influence around us inside of our personal lives. I shared in a podcast how I'm choosing peace this year. Whatever can bring me more peace, whether that's hiring more people at my business, which I did. I hired an executive success partner, Trishelle. She's amazing. We'll have her on the podcast. But she is truly the executor at my business. I really realized that a huge part of what I was struggling with and really kind of beating myself up over is that I had really damn good ideas to execute inside of my business, and I just didn't have the time to do it. So I hired somebody to take those visions that I have and bring them to fruition. And oh my gosh, she's amazing at that. But where can we do that in our personal lives too? Where can we ask for help? Where can we hire so we can buy back some of our time? Which is an incredible book if you haven't picked that up yet. We need to be super serious about what we want in our life. And this doesn't mean that you eliminate fun. This means that you really truly get in alignment with the top 5 goals that mean the most to you as a person. Happiness, peace, being with people that cheer you on, being with encouraging people. I will tell you the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life was making the decision to step back from the family I grew up with. It wasn't for lack of trying, but I realized more than ever, especially after I became a mother, that just because they're family doesn't mean they need to be involved in my day-to-day life if they're not providing positive value to the things I want to achieve and being supportive to both me and my kids. It was a choice that I made at that point to break a generational cycle of pure chaos. That's not a simple thing to do. And I understand that this is kind of a heavier podcast, but it's really something that we need to do to work internally deep within at the beginning part of this year so that we don't get to the end of the year and realize that we've been anchored the whole year when we could have just made a few different choices to really be soaring by the end of 2025. So I really want to challenge you this week. Sit down with a journal, get outside in nature, and really think, are you able to soar with the group that you're with, or do you feel stuck? And who do you need in your life, one way or the other, to communicate more with or less with? Who are these people that you need to have in your life? If you are looking for an incredible group of people that you can grow with, of course, we have Badass Inner Circle open and we welcome you with open arms. Here you will find women that are never petty with each other, that are only there to cheer each other on and really provide honest feedback on anything you have going on personally or professionally. We really want to have that tribe of exactly what I'm talking about today, where we are really seeing a flock of women soar, not just one. This is something that we do together as a group. This is something that we really want to be that person for you if you don't have that in your own inner circle. And if an online community isn't your jam, no sweat whatsoever, but definitely get out and be able to focus on making those friends that you can do life and business with. I did not focus on this for years because I was busy building a business and I was busy being a mom, and I just decided that I didn't have time for friends. That was a huge mistake, and I wish I would have started earlier, but I am glad that I did start because I have an incredible group of women that I do life and business with, and it has literally fed my soul in ways that I didn't even know I was hungry in. So definitely suggest that for you. But what I'd love for you to do is set one big goal, a big, bold goal to reach out to somebody that you would love to either collaborate with, or you would love to learn from, or you would love to have mentor you in your business, or maybe even hire a coach, or if therapy is what you feel like you need in your life right now, definitely go that direction. But try to figure out a way where you can detach yourself from something that is anchoring you and enabling you to chase after those big dreams. I would love it if you could share with this person what that big goal is that you want to accomplish in 2025 and ask them for their support. Many times we tell people our goals and then we never ask for what we need help with. And many times, I know for me, the biggest thing I need help with is accountability, especially if you're a business owner, because really, we don't have a lot of that. So be sure to tell this person what your big goal is and then tell them how they can support you. Because if they are your friends that are going to rally around you, they'll want to do anything they can to support you. And realize that just one small shift, whether that's mindset or just moving your feet in a forward direction, is all you need to do to start shifting from being anchored to soaring like the badass I know you are. That's a wrap, ladies. Now go out there, own the hell out of your dreams, and keep kicking ass. Want to keep this fire going? Connect with us on social. All the links are in the show notes. And if you're ready for a sisterhood that levels up life and business, be sure to check out Badass Inner Circle. Stay bold, stay fierce, and be unapologetically you. I'll catch you on the next episode. Let's do this.